Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Bear Chats. My name is Scott Cordischi. It gives me great pleasure to welcome to Bear Chats this week. She is a senior goalkeeper on our women's soccer team, Maria Guerrero Martinez. Maria, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Well, thank you for joining us. We'll talk a little soccer first, and then I want to talk about all the great things that you've been doing to help Brown University. But let's start with the sport of soccer, first of all, right? You're from San Juan, Puerto Rico. Is that correct?
Yes, that's
And
correct.
you played for the Puerto Rican national team in FIFA World Cup qualifying in 2018. That must have been really cool.
That was amazing. Yes, it was a great experience. We played in Dominican Republic and sadly didn't qualify, but still super great for the experience.
So last year you had 4 starts for the team, 2 of which were shutouts, and you guys won the Ivy Championship. How exciting was that last season?
I think there's no words to describe how exciting that was. I think especially coming back from last year's season, which was rough, and coming in this, I think everybody just came in a lot more focused. And I will never forget the silence that was like in that UPenn game when we finally clinched the title. Like it's like everything at Brown ceased to exist just so that Abby Karchi could score that goal. And it was unreal. I'll never forget that feeling.
You know what? It brought the campus together too. I mean, to see the support that you had out there, you know, the stands were packed. It was a lot of fun.
Yes, it was. Yeah. And thank you for everybody who showed up. That was a really cold night.
I remember.
It was amazing to see the huge turnout. So thanks to everybody who showed up.
So obviously, I know you and your teammates probably a little bit bummed, like we all are, that there's no sports again this fall due to the pandemic. We understand why, certainly, but you know, your team was just so good last year, and I just had the feeling that you guys were ready to defend again this year. I felt like the talent was there for your team to defend its championship.
Yeah, it was definitely there. I think, you know, we're all bummed, but I think the team has really, I think morale is up, you know, still holding out hope to see if we have that spring season. We'll see. And I think people are still, you know, doing the best we can with the situation, bringing it all to training and just, you know, yeah.
So what have you and your teammates been doing? You've been partaking in small group workouts, you know, spending time in the weight room, time out on the field, things like that?
Yeah, so they divided us into pods, and we've been working like in groups of, I think 7, I don't know, but just small groups. We've been doing a lot of, you know, running and like cardio, as well as going into the, you know, to train, lift weights and stuff like that. And, you know, just trying to spend as much time together as we can, but socially distancing and with a mask on.
All right.
Yeah.
From an academic standpoint, I see it says in your bio, you're a biochemistry and molecular biology concentrator. Can you please explain that to me? I have no idea what that means.
So yeah, basically I'm very interested in just how different enzymes work in our body to help us breathe and exist. And I'm also pre-med. So I'm especially interested in like the immune system as well as the endocrine system and how that works, especially like in our bodies. And yeah.
So that kind of dovetails into what we're talking about next. And that is you have been very much involved with the Healthy at Brown Task Force. So it sounds to me, based upon what your interests are, that this is right up your alley, right? Tell us exactly what you're doing with the task force.
Yes, so I was the undergraduate student representative for the Healthy Fall 2020 Task Force. Basically, I was representing undergrad students, which entailed kind of reaching out to all the different sub-communities in Brown and making sure that they were like represented in the table when the decisions were being made, and trying to find a balance, right, between all of these different stakeholders. Now I'm more involved in the Brown Takes Care campaign, as well as a working group to ensure that students have access to organized and unorganized activities. So like library spaces, working with Colin to open the recreational sites, right, so all the fields. And yeah, so now I'm actually also working with the state at the Young Adult Task Force of Rhode Island and trying to help the state in how to best engage young adults in this public health response. Really, you know, taking what I learned at Brown and applying it there as much as possible.
And you just had a meeting with the governor's office this week, did you not?
Yes, I did. So we had a Facebook Live interview. It was me and Matthew, the other co-chair, just talking about what we came up with. So we drafted a report with 14 tactics, of which I think the most noteworthy would be the social media campaign, which again is inspired a lot by the Brown Takes Care campaign. And as well as, best practices for Halloween and all the holidays coming up, and it was very fun.
Maria, I feel like I'm such a small part of this, but myself and many members of the athletic staff, we're part of the follow-up team for COVID testing here at Brown. But when I look at what Brown is doing and, the low rate of positivity, I'm so impressed with how the university has handled this and really our students as well, how responsible they have been. And I say that because I look around New England and I look around the country and I see breakouts at other college campuses. And I just feel like Brown has managed this so well. I mean, you're on the inside here. Do you agree with that?
Absolutely. I think the low infection numbers and the fact that, the communication that came out saying that we're considering bringing members of every class back in the spring just is a huge testament to the commitment that, not just students, staff, faculty have had to just the overall health of Brown and Providence and Rhode Island as a whole, I'm extremely proud of everybody. Just, it's been amazing to be a part of it and see everybody kind of coming together for that. And hopefully we'll keep it up, for the next of the, I'm sure we will.
Absolutely. And you're also, I understand, fluent in 3 languages, Spanish, English, and French?
Yes. So Spanish is actually my first language. Yeah. I learned English in school, and then I took French in high school, and I kept taking French at Brown. So it was fun. We did our international trip, and I got to practice with soccer when we went to the World Cup. So it was amazing opportunity.
So
there.
Is there anything that you can't do?
Yes, I can't sing.
I don't believe it. No. Well, Maria, you are such an impressive young lady. Thanks so much for joining us. Thank you for all that you do too for the Healthy Brown Task Force, and also for the the governor's office and the focus on young adults and COVID. It's just great stuff. You're so selfless, and we're proud of you.
No, thank you. This would not be possible, without you and all the students in there that have really just bought into the guidelines and just respecting everybody else's health. So really, I'm a minor player in this. I think really it's a testament to what everybody else is doing. So thank you guys.
Women's soccer senior goalkeeper Maria Guerrero Martinez, our guest on this week's edition of Bear Chats.